Time to tune to the Coco Show, the entertaining Coco Show. What do you buy? You choose. Proudly presented by Coco.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Coco Show. Chathamboy12 here, and today's show, I want to talk about a show that I watched on TV today. It's an American show where pretty much a lot of Americans watch, and it's the Steve Wilkos Show. And if you guys do not know what Steve Wilkos is, he used to be a former bodyguard for the Jerry Springer Show, and then he realized that he wanted to make up his own show. So I watched his show for a while now, and ever since I moved in here, I never had the chance to watch it. So I was watching it, and there was a mother that has two kids with one guy and expecting another one with another guy. So 3 kids with 2 different guys. But in this case, it is worse, because the story that comes with the mother, it is somehow disgusting in some way, because, you know, the way that she lives her life. Anyways, the story is, one day she went to the father of the 2 kids and wanted him to take the kids for 3 months, because I guess to her, and her point, she was tired and she needed a break from her kids. Like, how can you be so sick and tired of your kids and want a break? Your kids should be your #1 priority and should always be on your mind. You know, when they smile for the first time. But in her case, it's not. Well, I guess that these 2 parents were separated, and not really separated, broken up. And she was constantly calling him, asking for something. In her viewpoint, what her side of the story, I should say, she was just needed in some way, wanted her kids to know his side of the family. But you know, you could go with your kids to see his side of the family and go home after. Not give your kids away for 3 months and wondering after where's your kids, you know. And I guess the mother of the father, so the grandmother and the father, they told the mother that they were going to move to Denver, Colorado, because I guess the apparent reason for that, because the father was a person that loves drugs, drinks, and that, and he wanted to get out of the way, to get out of that town, to get away from his friends, because he wanted to change his lifestyle. And in some way, I understand that, because, you know, he wanted to be a better father for his kids. And I guess in Denver, Colorado, he had a job offer, so he wanted to work in construction. So in some way, when I heard that from him, I assumed I believed everything that he said. And Steve Wilkos, when you talk bad about kids, he gets really ticked off. So he actually asked the mother, you know, why would you want to give your kids away? If you want your kids to know the father's side of the family, well, go with the kids. Take a plane, go see them, and get to know them. Don't leave your kids with them for 3 months. So during the course of the show, because I watched the whole thing, because I always liked Steve Wilkos, the way he throws out things, it actually does make sense. And I will put the link to his website in the description area, where you guys can go see his website and full of details about his shows, because it's a fantastic show. I think you guys should all go watch it. So pretty much the end of the show, what they want to know is who's lying and who's not. So Steve Wilkos asked them if they were willing to do a lie detector test. And when you do a lie detector test, everything comes out pure, crystal clean. That means no lies. A lie detector test does not lie. It always tells you the truth. And I didn't even need the lie detector test to actually believe the father. I don't need that, because I knew from the point of both stories, I knew the father was telling the truth. Because you know something, the way the mother was explaining herself, it was like unbelievable. Every time that she was trying to explain something, she was crying. She was bawling her eyes out, and that's not how you get things settled. You don't bawl your eyes out, because it just shows you're so desperate to get your kids back. So at that viewpoint, I believe the father. So they went off to a break, and when they came back, the lie detector test results came in, and Steve Wilkos actually read the mother's test first, and there was 3 or 4 questions, and she got one right. She wasn't lying on one question, but all of them lies. And then Steve Wilkos read the mother, the grandmother, and the father's lie detector test results, and them pure crystal clean, all telling the truth. So it just shows you the mother never wanted her kids. She wanted them because she wanted to collect the baby bonus, the child support, and the father even made a good point too. Why would he give the kids back to her, where he's paying child support, and it goes to her pocket, and he's taking care of these kids 24/7, 7 days a week. The mother is enjoying herself with the money that she gets from the father, but meanwhile the father's like living poor and not be able to feed them. But he did, thanks for the grandmother, because when you're a grandmother, you help your grandchildren as much as you can. But the whole moral of the show, the Steve Wilkos show, it just shows you that every time that Steve Wilkos yells at a person, he is yelling for a good reason. And that's because these mothers and these fathers, but in this case, the mother does not make sense. She's willing to give the kids up for 3 months to actually get to know the father's side of the family, but meanwhile, she can do the same thing, take the plane, and go see the side of the family and go home, where the kids are always going to feel safe in the mother's care. But in this case, she didn't do that. She gave the kids for 3 months, not knowing where they are, not knowing if they're safe, not knowing if they're going to eat, just to make herself happy and have her spare time. This was the Coco show, but I was explaining the Steve Wilkos show. I hope you guys really took the message right. My name is Chathamboy12. Leave a great comment, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
Coco Show, you have watched Coco. Thanks for watching.